Hey everybody, vVvRuFF here again, bringing you round 2 of my matches against Vile.Ddoro at MLG Providence. Now this map actually takes place on MLG Shattered Temple. As you can see here, I'm immediately sending an SCV out, the scout. Now there's 2 positions that he could actually be at, which is either to the right or to the bottom. And I decide to go to attempt a cheese to see if he would be at the right location. Now the right location is best here because you can actually build in this very large area, whereas down here there really isn't enough space to build if you're trying to go for a cheese. Now let me go ahead and back this up just a little bit. Here's actually a mistake that I make. As you can see here, I'm going in, and this is Ddoro's vision, and right here he can see my SCV. And because he can see my SCV right there, he knows that it's going to come, that there is a cheese coming. Okay, so even though I saw his probe, I decided to attempt a cheese anyways, in hopes that he did not see me. Okay, so here I'm just walling off normal. I decided to build more SCVs than actually committing to a complete all-in with cheese. The reason that is because I did get spotted. I would usually drop my racks at 9:19 instead of 11:19 when attempting this. So here his probe goes right into my base. He notices that there is no barracks so far. And what I do is I drop a barracks in this corner, and he moves his probe over, but he doesn't see the barracks, which is pretty bad. Now I tried to do that on purpose to try to hide a barracks so that he wouldn't check in here thinking that I actually committed to the cheese. So here you can see that he spotted the barracks, and I have to cancel it, and he decides to place a pylon down there because he didn't see this barracks up here. So now I'm behind in this match. Let's get this on ×2 a little bit. Not much is going on. He's opening rather standard, sending his zealot over and then making a stalker. Actually, he makes another zealot. Sorry, I didn't see that other zealot early in this game. Here I try to immediately wall off. It's very important to get that wall off quickly because I knew that pressure would come because he did stop that barracks. Now here I try to go straight in my anti-cheese build, which is to go... Oh, sorry, got some people messaging me. But I go straight into my anti-cheese build, which is to go Marine Medevac against Protoss. Because he saw that I was trying to cheese him, I was thinking that maybe he would attempt to cheese me in return and try to end the game quickly, because he is ahead 1 game. So I'm getting my stim pack and starting to make my Marines and rallying them straight into my bunker. As you can see, I have the rally point set to the bunker and then set back to right here. The reason that is it sends all your Marines into the bunker, and if the bunker is full, all my Marines start to rally at that location. So far he has vision of the map. And as you can see here, he is putting down 3 more gateways, and he already has his 4th gate, so he's doing a 4-gate cheese. Now, the thing is, I'm actually not going to be able to stop this. The reason is because I'm already behind from the beginning. So he's already sending his sentries over. He's just waiting for his gates to finish and go ahead and change those into warp gates. So here I'm starting my +1. Normally the +1 would be halfway finished by the time this attack comes. And then I drop my starport. So here his attack comes, and he's very smart about this because he's staying right out of my vision, so I don't see it coming. So far I see absolutely nothing, and what he does is he makes a V-line into my base, right? He's going to come straight like this, to the point that I cannot react to it in time to pull my SCVs, which is extremely smart.
Research complete.
Right there, as you can see. I'll go ahead and get to everybody. I go ahead and stim, and also stim my Marines in the bunker, trying to hold it off. He's trapping my Marines. And this is the point where most players would just GG out. This is actually a match that technically I should have lost right now. So I hold off just a little bit, I move my starport over, and then I start making medevacs. And I only have 3 Marines right now. There's nothing I can do. Now what I do here is I send my factory over in the way to kind of draw fire, just to give me just a little more time to build units. But as you can see, I'm supply blocked now. I'm supply blocked and I only have 6 Marines. And he has all of this. I have SCVs and 6 Marines. And 2 medevacs coming. So I move my SCVs back. And my medevacs come out. I try to attack him right there. But then he walls me off, allowing the Marines not to come in. And it forces me to pull back. At this point, there's only one thing that I can do. There's no way that I can destroy this army. So what I do is I lift off, and I fly straight over to his base with my SCVs and Marines. So there's 3 Marines in here, and 3 Marines in here. So 6 Marines and SCVs. Right here I go straight for the Nexus. All of my stuff is still dying. I still have these units in this corner. And then as soon as he goes in this corner trying to get my command center, I run out of the base with my SCV and Marine. Or at least try to. So they managed to escape just barely. At this point I've killed his Nexus. And as you can see, he only has 70 minerals left. Which means that he cannot build another Nexus. Now, to be honest with you guys here, this game, when he broke into my base, I thought it was all over. And then I dropped into his base, I attempted the inevitable, and as soon as I killed his Nexus and I saw his buildings pop up, I just had these goosebumps all over my body, and I said, can I actually do this? Can I actually pull this game out? So here, as you can see, he's destroying the rocks because he thinks my command center isn't there. And now look at my command center. 100 health left, burning down. I barely managed to save it by flying over. And I send my barracks in the corner because if my command center dies, I could at least draw the game. So here, I fly my command center over here. But since his probe is there, I'm pretty sure that he would send his army back to this location. So I decide to turn this command center back around. I was like, okay, there's something wrong here. He has a probe. He hasn't come back to his base yet. He must be going for my command center. So now I fly it back. And at that point, I have my SCV at the front just waiting to see if his army would come. And I said, okay, this is the perfect time to build a bunker. I have to build this bunker right now, while all of his army is at my old base. And now I just decide to try to take his base, as you can see, and just defend. He has a rather intimidating army that could probably bust through my front though. So he's still trying to destroy these rocks. I'm not exactly sure why. he decides to do that. But he might think that I have another command center. So I fly over here, I start trying to build my supplies again real quick. And I'm just holding at the front, and I do have SCVs here because I need them to like tank at the front right here while the medevacs heal them if he decides to come up the ramp. So he knows that I'm here now, for sure, because his probe died. But for some reason he isn't reacting. I think if he would have reacted sooner and attacked the base, he would have forced me to fly a lot more, like jump in between bases. But now I'm just dropping all these bunkers. Let me go ahead and speed this up just a little bit. So then here he tries to commit. And I have all these bunkers here, and I have some SCVs repairing that one bunker. And I jump straight into the other bunker once that one's down. So now he pulls his other army, which I'm surprised he didn't take with him. And he's just still looking around for like other expansions, even though I'm right there. I'll speed this back up again. I try to engage him. But then I noticed that, oh, okay, maybe he has a lot more than I thought because he didn't pull all his forces. So then I force some more Marines into the bunker real quick. And then he comes up the ramp, and I try to block this little crevice here. That way he can't just walk in that easy. And that is game. So I managed to barely pull this game out and push it to round 3 at MLG Providence, and I'll be commentating on round 3 here very shortly. So check out the games.